doing
like it's like a setup type, I don't know, like show. That's what gets, you know?
It's like, hey, thanks for being here, Laura Don Diego.
You're so
it's
welcome.
really nice that you make TikTok videos. That's where I first met you. I don't know. That's truthfully
no, I
where
like your style.
That's truthfully where I think there's been a gap, and I think everybody also does the things in the Zoom thing, where it's like everybody's like, oh, you can do a left screen, right screen, and there's a difference of people talking, interacting more and more in person because we see each other a lot, but we are always very busy, and not compared to how it used to be. So it's like, I think like when people are deciding to watch this, they don't like know how anybody actually is or how they actually start. And so I started on accident, and I went viral on a video on accident. And I said decidui the wrong way.
Oh, that's what happened to me. I think I said Lugia.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
When was that? No, because
so many years ago.
Like way back on TikTok, or
yes, way back on TikTok.
Yeah, that was crazy because we did a whole thing where I was like opening a pack of Hidden Fates, and I pulled decidui, and I said Deca Dewey because I was like,
Deca Dewey's crazy.
I had never seen it again. Like I don't know when you, like, did you ever stop collecting Pokemon?
Yeah,
or how was that?
I did for a long time.
So it's like, I stopped.
Totally, I get it.
Yeah, I stopped in a while, and I was like, oh, I'm going to get into this thing.
Yeah.
And then I said that, and then got like 1 million views on the video, and everybody was like, you suck, go die, you're the worst collector ever.
Exactly.
But me and my marketing background saw 1 million views and was like, oh, this is something to do.
And that's like easy to fix too. You can learn how to like say the Pokemon's name, you know? I don't know. I remember people would like stitch it on TikTok or whatever, duet it, whatever you call it. And they're like, oh, I can't believe she said that. Same type of comments, like fake, this and that. And I'm like, I just got back into it. Like, leave me alone. It's like 4 years ago, maybe 3. So now I know everything. And like, I'm always very conscious about it because when you do it wrong once, you're kind of hypersensitive about it and you don't want to like mess up again. So
I don't know. We get in a sense of when we make videos, we think everybody knows everything when a lot of the general audience.
Seriously. And it's okay to say that you don't know something. Like, I'm very honest. Like, if I'm opening like a new set or something, we're learning about it together on my streams. You know what I mean? We're going to go through it for the first time. I can't act like I know it all. Like, I don't.
There was like a really old video of you. You had like blonde hair
Yep.
and everything. And you were talking through PSA stuff. I was like, this girl knows her stuff. And I've never seen you before. I was like, someday she's going to be important like any of these other people. So whether you feel that way or not, that it was very true. And I made a comment on there, and I was like, this is a great explanation of all that stuff. And I just remember that very much. And you just kind of like popped up one day.
Yeah.
And so I'm not saying that just because we have cameras and a microphone. I'm truthfully not. But it's very interesting because we all have these weird fractured journeys in this world and everything, and the way that we've gone into this hobby. But I'm really curious, like, what even made you come into all this? Because you just pop up on a TikTok one day, and then all of a sudden people start following people. It's very weird. I know the feeling.
Well, during COVID, it's not like a crazy story. I was just bored, and I was starting to look through old stuff that I had and found like binders of stuff. Started ordering cards off eBay to like start completing sets, and was like, well, I kind of know a bit about this. Like, why not share the information? Yeah. So I just started doing that, like making videos.
Yeah. Was it a thing you did your whole life though? Because I know there's like certain like family stories and everything like that. And even your brother does stuff.
Yeah. So back in the day, my dad and my brother used to set up at like sports card shows, and I was a little girl, like this big, and I absolutely hated it. Like, could not stand going to it. And now I'm doing it myself, like setting up at these big collecticons and stuff. So it's been a crazy journey. The
2020 era of us like kind of discovering this Pokemon hobby and COVID has led us to this where we're showing up at shows. It's not anything to say like anyone's cool. Like, I think anybody honestly can make videos. We are running into a weird algorithm that somehow determines whether you're important.
Right.
For
and
no
like,
reason.
How does that even work? Like, who decides that?
I don't know. And it's super frustrating. I don't know if you ever run into this, but it's like when we make a video, it's just like, I could delete it and repost it and something different could happen.
Totally.
It's just like, it's really crazy.
Yeah,
that
it is.
We can just post something and then all of a sudden there's a picture of you on a website for a convention.
It's crazy. And then someone can do it slightly differently and like it might not work.
Where have you seen success so far? Like,
staying consistent, honestly, with like the type of videos I do. Like, information does really, really well. So I have to stick with that. And then I like doing like unboxing videos, which don't do as well, but that makes me happy to do. Mm-hmm. So I want to do that with the information as well.
What makes you happy? with this stuff? Besides, I know you say that with the unboxing, but like, what is it that actually makes you happy?
It's very like rewarding to help people. Like I like helping people and teaching. So those like informational videos are very rewarding to me. Someone that just like meets me at a con that I don't know, we've never met, is like, your video really helped me, like taught me something, made me buy a card even.
How's it feel when somebody does that for you at a show?
It like makes me want to cry. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like I love it. I love the feeling of helping people.
Has it been like people of all ages, like adults, kids,
Yep.
and everything
Little
like that?
kids, like little girls, like everything, and like warms my heart so much.
Recently, you've been posting a lot of stuff about blisters and things like that. What caused you to do that now? Because it feels like before, again, I remember your old stuff when we were all figuring out this world.
Yeah.
That you had your Zion case or whatever.
Mm-hmm, that big, huge case.
And we were picking out the numbers of the stuff.
Yes.
So that was the old stuff. So like, it's a vastly different thing.
Yeah,
now.
I feel like I just go on trends. Like I might be over the blisters in a little bit and go back to singles and slabs. But right now I'm really into like the vintage sealed. I love it. It's like the chase of it, because it's so rare, is like what kind of gets me. I've just been loving collecting that now. And I open a lot of them on stream, and it's just fun. Like I just love it. Like,
what do you think like about where the hobbies is at right now?
Interesting place right now with like the CT scanning and stuff like that,
oh
which
my gosh.
I need more like proof before I make a comment on that. Like I don't know if that's going to be successful or what it's going to do, if it's going to be damaging. Like I just don't know yet. I think it's like ridiculous, but
for what people don't know is like, so I guess for audience people or people listening or watching, the way the CT scan, from what we understand, right, is the people are using CAT scanners, like actual things from hospitals, throwing in a Pokemon pack or a box and seeing what the hollows are. And so it's like, if you get a pack from somebody at a show, you don't know if a Charizard is in there anymore, because who knows if they even checked it.
Right.
That's what we understand, right? So to me, it's like we can wildly speculate where nobody's going to hold us to this. But to me, it seems like this is something with zero evidence. Zero evidence for me. Seems like something that just got exposed.
Yes, exactly. That's how I feel too.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I think we're in a very interesting place. Like I said, I mean, I don't think Pokemon's going anywhere anytime soon. So as long as it remains popular, we'll all have our jobs, I think.
Hopefully, right?
Like,
but the way that the hobby is too is it's like we've gone through Logan Paul doing his box break. Then do you remember? And I cut this if we have to. But do you remember the bald guy, the collectibles guru guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know where that guy went.
Yeah, we were at the show in Tampa, remember?
Yeah.
And then poof, gone.
Yep.
Like,
I don't know where he's
never
gone.
again.
We had the fake box at that one Dumb Money video.
Yeah.
And then I think that was his downfall.
Yeah.
But it's like people don't think about that.
No.
Even Logan Paul's fake G.I. Joe box.
Yeah.
It's a meme in a way.
Yeah.
But
well, hey, if CT scanning can have one positive, maybe we can identify fake boxes versus real. There might be a brick in one of them. Like, I don't know.
No, that's really good. Honestly, I didn't even think about that.
I didn't think about that till just now.
Only people are thinking about the negative things.
Yeah.
And that's
totally.
really true.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, we can scan.
Yeah.
If there's a real
that
thing.
could be the one positive, and that should be it. Honestly, that should be it. That should be the service. Let's see if your box is like real or fake, and if there's actually packs in it.
Wow. Yeah. No, that's crazy, because I didn't even. Everybody's truthfully been like, oh, this sucks. We're scared about this. But yeah. I saw at a Collecticon in New Jersey. Do you know who the loose packs guys are? They had a fake, like somebody. I saw
the Instagram thing.
Yeah, there was like a fake Neo.
If you don't know what you're looking at, it's really tough to tell.
Yeah.
Especially if you're buying it online, like you never know. You kind of got to like peek inside without breaking the seal too. And like, I guess they automatically knew that it weighed. It felt like there was a brick in it, I think he said, or something.
I don't know. I just know that there were some fake there were different packs from a different set.
Yeah.
That's crazy though, because as these things has gotten more and more, as the hobby's gotten more and more expensive, that's just what we've seen.
Totally.
Because I remember, as a kid, I'm sure you were cracking base set packs or stuff as a kid all the time.
Yeah.
Nobody even thought about this.
Nope.
I remember trading all of my like random hollows that I didn't want to just get a Raichu because it was the Raichu I didn't have or whatever. And then there was a vending machine that had Charizard. It had like a shadowless Charizard in it for like $80. Yeah. My mom would never let me get it. It was even on a different side. It was the same way with like Black Lotus. Like I saw Black Lotus for like $100 one time.
Yep.
And I couldn't get it.
Crazy. I was never into Magic though as a kid. I only got into it these past like 3 years.
Yeah.
I never played it, never liked it. But I mean, yeah, imagine if we knew back then what we know now and how much everything would be worth. It's crazy.
What do you think it's going to be like for us in 20 years?
Hopefully good. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball, but I'm hoping for the best.
Let's pretend we have a whole bunch of, I don't know. What's it right now? Evolving Skies booster boxes. What's it we're going for right now?
I think those are going to be crazy in like 10 years, really. I think I put a couple away. I'm not going to touch them. I think they can only go up. Like, that set is not quitting. The Moonbreon literally does not quit.
It doesn't make sense.
There's how many copies now? 12,000, 13,000, 14,000?
There's probably like 13,000. Somebody will correct us, but at least 10,000
at the
PSA
time of
10s.
filming it, we don't know. But and it's still PSA 10's over $1,000 still.
I know.
Like, that's crazy.
I did a trade at a Collecticon probably it was last year, I believe, where I had a gold star Raikou and a gold star Suicune, and they were both like CGC 7 and 8, I believe, and traded that for a Moonbreon PSA 10.
That's actually not a bad trade.
I know. I was like, I'd had those. I got those from a trade deal with somebody. Or no, I'm sorry. I bought a collection deal with them, and so that's how I got it. And I felt I can't open. Like, have you pulled like anything good from Evolving Skies?
Never.
So that's my thing.
Never. I opened 2 boxes for myself, and I pulled the Noivern both times off center. Like, I couldn't even grade it.
No. So that's how it was for me too. I've opened probably 1,000 packs, and I've hit like a Duraludon and a Medicham. Nothing crazy. And so then I keep running into, I was like, I'm never going to get that card. So I was like, let's do a trade.
Just buy it, trade
and it just
it,
keeps going up.
Yep.
And I don't understand what the
allure is. It's just, I guess the art is crazy. It really is like one of the most beautiful cards I've ever seen. For a modern card, I mean, it's so different. It's like art, so unique.
What did you do before you started making Pokemon videos?
I went back to school for software engineering. Actually, I wanted to make video games.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Kind of at the same time, I made a Pokemon Instagram. Well, I was doing it on my personal at first, and it was just popping off, and I just found more happiness in working for myself, essentially, like making a business out of it, making content. Like, I never knew that I could make content. I'm like the shyest person ever. Like, talking in front of a camera actually gives me a lot of anxiety, and like, but when I'm in my office, like my room, doing it alone, like I feel good. Like, I just love doing it. So yeah, I was trying to do some software engineering before this, kind of going from job to job. Like, I did real estate. I worked in New York. Like, I worked on Wall Street doing program management and stuff for like a financial trading company, and I hated everything. Like, it's not always about the money, because seriously, I was so unhappy doing all of it. Like, this brings me so much joy to be a content creator in the space.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah, no one knows that.
It's okay. We get to keep.
No, yeah,
okay,
you can put it in.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So software engineering, that's
Yep.
interesting. So was that something you always wanted to do growing up as a kid?
Nope, never.
You just decided one day?
Decided one day, I'm like, I need something more rewarding, like a more rewarding job. And so I went back to school for coding and stuff, and I liked it, but I still wasn't happy. And I'm like, I'm getting old, okay? So like, I need to find a career that's like, I need to stick with it. Yeah. So this has been it, for the past 3.5, almost 4 years, full time.
So you just dropped it?
Dropped
one
it,
day.
Never looked back.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So then you went from software engineering to Pokemon.
Yep.
And it's not nothing anytime soon? This is it?
This is it.
That's so
I
cool.
want to keep it for as long as I can.
That's so cool. I hate the dead-end job type of world, too.
Me too. I'm not an office girl. Like, it made me really depressed. Just not for me.
No, Megan's running the cameras, but she'll laugh because she knows my world. But we got married. I hated the job that I was at. I was doing like creative direction, and it was clock in at 8, clock out at 5. But then if the people who are above you decide something has to happen at 4 o'clock on a Friday, sucks for you.
Yep, it's awful.
Yeah, and
I've
then
been there.
then they're gone.
It's awful.
And you're there till 10, and
Yep.
then you show up 5 minutes late the next day.
Yep.
And they're like, "Why were you late?"
Yep.
You're like, "God, dude."
Yeah, I can't do that.
It just sucks.
I like being in control of my own future, I guess, kind of. I mean,
I'd rather be responsible for me
totally.
messing up.
Totally.
You know what I mean? Is that how you kind of feel that way too?
And like pushing myself, just wanting to do better personally. Like, that's where it comes from for me. It's just, I don't need someone to tell me to do it. Mm-hmm. Personally, I just want success and to kind of sky's the limit kind of thing, you know?
Like you'd rather fail than and be like you fail on your own accounts, learn from it. That's another reason why like we've been friends and we've talked over the years and everything since we first kind of fell into the space and connected with each other. But that's the thing that like has been really fun because that we've seen so many people pop in when it's a fad, pop out.
Yeah. A lot of people have come and go, and
you're still here?
It's kind of like the OGs, like when we first met, that are still here though, which is really nice.
Yeah. It's fun. And then new people have come in, stuck around. And that's the thing, like when I've been at these events, I've been at a card party. When I say these, Collecticon, because that's where we're at right now. But these and card party, it's been very, very interesting to see who's there and who's moved on to something else. And not in a negative way. It's not like anybody who sucks or anything like that.
It's not very like sustainable for everybody. You know, you really got to I'm putting in like crazy hours every week just to do, the streaming, the content, the editing, this, like it's a lot. You got to really be consistent with it. And if you have another job, like I couldn't imagine having like an additional job to doing this.
Yes. I've had so many people always be like, well, how do you do this or how do you do that? And I don't know if you have an answer. I don't know if I even have a right answer other than you have to like love it.
Yes. You have to be all in and like really passionate about it. The passion drives it. Otherwise, it's really hard to do two things, like, do a 9 to 5 and then do this and like start streaming at 9 p.m. There's no way.
So honestly, and that's why I messaged you about doing the thing that we're doing right now. Because like the content that is resonating with me is more like doing this.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy, and people have seen me rant about it before on Instagram and stuff where I'm like, I just don't like asking, hey, what's your Pokemon hot take? Right. What's your favorite Pokemon type? And that's, that to me, I've equated it to being like if you went to Taco Bell or Subway.
Sponsor me.
Taco Bell or Subway a lot. It's like, it's not good every day.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Totally.
It's great.
Yeah.
But then people want to learn and know what we're all about.
Deeper. Yeah.
And learn about the hobby.
Yeah.
So it's like, even if we're just like chit-chatting, like we kind of have been, even if a camera's rolling or anything like that, there's still value. I think there's a lot of people that are just like, we are scared to even hit record. I'm even that way sometimes too. This is something I've wanted to do for years. And I've even been that way where I'm like, okay, I'm going to finally do this.
Yeah.
But again, you were somebody who I was always like, I think we're on the same wavelength with this.
Yeah.
And so that's why I was wanted to do it. So hopefully
that's
we did. Fun. Speaking of Subway, why do you like Subway? If people don't know.
I don't know. It's so trash, but it's so good. Like I've just been going forever. I lived next to one in college. Like I love it. Okay. It's my toxic trait, maybe a flaw, some would say, but like I get the same thing every time too.
That's why I'm a Taco
Italian
Bell.
BMT, just red onion, lettuce, mayo. That's it. People have started giving me Subway gift cards in trades. No joke.
Oh, really?
No joke. And I'd take it every time.
Of course. I mean, you're
You
going to spend the money.
bait me out, for sure I'm going to do that. Like
that's how people give me Charmeleons randomly.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And Persians, yeah. And I'm like, you know what? Just because you did the effort, I'll do it.
I know.
I'll do the trade.
That's the thing, too. It's like people don't realize how this like personal relationship between people and like actually being
Absolutely.
normal
It's not just
having a good
sorry to cut you off.
No, go.
It's not just like transactional. Like it really is, like you get to know someone just by listening to something like this or like coming to a stream or something. And I don't know, it makes it better to make like personal connections.
The most rewarding thing out of all of this, and you can tell me your perspective too, but it's been like where you can sit and talk to people and talk about this hobby and talk about these things we like, but then having these friend groups or having different connections in this, that we can make a Subway joke or we can talk about like, hey, how's your family? I think when there's a level of all of us too that have stuck around for a little bit, and we haven't been here for 10 years, but like in this, I treat that TikTok era of us as a group of people.
That's a long time for us to be like, is.
Yeah. So I'm saying like there's connections that people have been able to make versus me being like, oh, you have a really cool vintage collection.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I'm going to talk to you.
Right.
I despise that personally. I don't think that that's what's good for the hobby. I think there's value in people doing that, but I don't know what your perspective is on that.
This is like a funny story, but it's not that funny. It's just relatable. A couple years ago, maybe 5 years ago. I don't know why this stuck with me, but Justin Bieber posted something and he was like, these fans like just want to take selfies with me. And then they walk away and they don't even ask me anything. Mm-hmm. And that Instagram story, whatever he made, stuck with me so much for some reason. Yeah. When I meet people and let's say they follow me on Instagram, support the content, whatever, I make sure to like, I ask them a question. I'm like, what's your name? Like, what do you collect? What's your favorite Pokemon? And sometimes they're shocked that like I want to talk to them. Like, I don't want to just take a picture and then you walk away. Like, I don't know. I like getting to know people and like making a more personal connection on like somewhat of a deeper level.
Yeah. I think it's more important to do that than to flaunt your first edition Shadowless Charizard.
Yeah.
I think, not that, I don't know, you don't have one, right? I don't have one, or do you?
I don't.
Regardless, I don't have one. I don't care about that. That's a sidetrack. I'm not talking
about.
But I'm saying like that's where the value I'm starting to see. I get people who will come up and say something, and like there's a girl who I put in a Collecticon recap last year that was here, came and found me and was like, was just like so happy about
that's
being
awesome.
in that. And you don't know who is watching your stuff and who actually
exactly.
cares about that. And that's to me the value.
That's the rewarding part of it.
What are you most excited about for the future?
Definitely content. I want to reach new limits with my content. Just expand into maybe doing like other styles of content, but sticking with what works at the same time. So always back to home base, like informational content, and then just see where it goes. I want to stream more. Like I kind of just want to do everything I'm doing just times 10. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I think we all do, right?
Enough time for that, but yeah, just work with cool people. I'm just excited to see where Pokemon goes, like where we're going to be in 10 years.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Laura, I appreciate it. So let everybody know how they can follow you.
At Don Diego Trading on all socials, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, and whatnot. Can I say one?
I don't care what you say. I don't know.
Should I redo it? Okay?
No, you can say whatnot. I don't care.
Okay.
I'll just keep all this in. Who cares?
Okay, yeah.
It's funny.
Don Diego Trading on all socials.
There you go.
That's it. That's all I
Done. Okay.